Hi everyone, I'm Pat Prokop. Right now, the weather is fairly nice across our region with mostly sunny skies to partly cloudy conditions and mild temperatures. However, things are about to change from dry to wet to very wet. Let me explain. Let's go to the maps. First of all, the satellite imagery is showing that fair to partly cloudy weather conditions across our area right now. A little band of clouds off to the west is associated with a weak front that will be moving into the region. However, the radar summary is showing that we are seeing some precipitation associated with that at the moment, but again, it's very light. It's this area down here we have to keep our attention to, and an area just to the west-southwest of that which will be developing. Looking at the Weather Prediction Center forecast for moderate to heavy rain, excessive rainfall totals shows a marginal risk in our area of just about the southern two-thirds of the state of Georgia into most of South Carolina, but that's for Friday. For Saturday, that extends across all of Georgia and South Carolina into North Carolina, also northern portions of Florida and southeastern Alabama. Here we could see some moderate to heavy rains moving in across our area throughout the day Saturday. We're talking 2 to 3 inches of rain in some locations across our region. Now let's go into the computer models. First of all, this is the model showing that light area precipitation off to the west of us will be moving eastward and slowly dissipating. So it looks like, well, nothing to worry about. Well, let's take a look in the future. That front gets a little bit more boost with moisture added to it throughout the day on Friday. This is at 10 o'clock Friday morning. And then as we go into Friday afternoon, into Friday night, we're seeing bands of moderate to somewhat heavy, not really heavy rains moving across the area, but that's a cold front, and the front will push to the east, and that'll allow temperatures to drop into the 40s and 50s. But then this area of low pressure begins to develop in the northern Gulf of Mexico, and it starts advancing in toward our area. This is Saturday morning going into Saturday afternoon. It starts to really kick up with some stronger areas of precipitation, maybe even some thunderstorm activity associated with it. And then as it moves into the region, there we can see some moderate to heavy rains falling across a large portion of central and southeastern Georgia and into South Carolina from the central Savannah River area all the way down to the mouth of the Savannah River into Hilton Head, and of course Savannah down to Brunswick and Statesboro over into the Augusta area. Some very moderate to heavy rains to fall across that area. This is around 9 o'clock at night on Saturday, and then Saturday night's going to be quite wet with some strong gusty winds associated with this low pressure system and the moderate to heavy rains. And then the low continues to track to the north-northeast, and as by Sunday afternoon begins to move out of our area. So we'll see some rain Sunday morning, but then rain tapering off into the afternoon with the sky becoming partly cloudy by sunset on Sunday. Now, looking at the winds, there we can see the winds are going to start increasing throughout the day on Saturday. Saturday looks like it's going to be a windy, wet day with temperatures remaining mostly in the 50s, but during the night, this low pressure system might start drawing in some warmer temperatures. So let's take a look at those temperatures. And there we are on Thursday this afternoon. We are seeing those temperatures approaching the 80-degree mark in some locations. And then remaining in the 60s throughout the day on Friday, maybe a few areas touching 70 degrees. But then the front moves through and the temperatures drop into the 50s. Maybe some upper 40s to the far north, mostly north of Interstate 16. And then going into the evening hours on Saturday, this is the right around midnight, we are seeing the temperature perhaps it could even rise as a warm southerly flow flows into our area, and that'll give those temperatures in the 60s with the areas of moderate to heavy rain. Now, as we go ahead and advance into that, we see the temperatures remaining in the upper 40s to lower 50s by Sunday morning. Now, going to the National Weather Service Charleston, they have a forecast for rain to be moderate to excessive throughout the weekend, particularly on the day Saturday. Friday and Saturday are going to be very wet. We're talking 2 to 4, maybe 3 to 4 inches of rain across the interior portions of southeastern Georgia, including the greater Savannah area and up to Hilton Head, a little less at Beaufort. But still 2 to 3 inches of rain expected out of this forecast area. Now, if we look at the the rivers are already at flood stage or slightly above flood stage across many of our major rivers here in the southeast. And with that, for example, the Savannah River at Clio is the stage there, is running at flood stage, approaching the moderate flood stage level, but it should remain just below that, right around 15 feet. And then looking at the other river of interest is the Geechee River at Eden, and that phase right now is already above the flood stage of 11 feet and will rise over the weekend into early next week with this onset of moderate to heavy rain. So expect to see the river at or above its banks for the next several days. Now, looking at the prediction for the next several days hereafter, at least we're going to stay warm. No frozen precipitation expected out of this. It's going to be all rain. And then after this system passes through, temperatures are going to remain mild, above normal for our area, and the precipitation around normal for this time of the year. As we look ahead for the 8 to 14 day forecast for the following week, we stay above normal temperature wise, and the precipitation, we're slightly above normal for that. But looking at my website, savannahpat.name, there you can see it right there, looking down at my 6-week weather outlook, yeah, we're going to be above normal rainfall for this weekend going into early next week. And then for February 17th through the 23rd, we're going to see temperatures averaging above normal. Normal high is 66, normal low is 44, so good. No threats of any bad weather. And then going into week 3, early March, again, slightly above normal. Slightly above normal for week 4. Going into the St. Patrick's Day weekend, we're already looking ahead for that. We might see temperatures averaging about normal and rainfall about normal, but that's 6 weeks away. Well, yeah, it's going to be wet for the next couple of days, particularly Friday and Saturday, and more particularly Saturday. It looks like 2 to 3 inches of rain on top of the 1 to 2 inches that we could see on Friday night into early Saturday morning, so keep that in mind. Now, if you like this kind of video, please subscribe to my channel. And something new I want to start, and I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to start doing live reports on Friday, hopefully Fridays, and I'll call it Pat's Live Weather and Nature page on Friday. And if you would like to participate, join me live when I go on YouTube here live, and you can ask your questions and participate in the video. Now, I want to know what time you would like to see these videos. What time of the day is the best for you? Give me some information below in the comments below. And we'll talk about the weather, we'll talk about the astronomy, what's viewable up in the sky, and gardening. It's the time to plant potatoes. Well, yeah, right now is a good time to start planting potatoes. Anyway, if you have a question, try to join me for the live broadcast on Fridays. And if you missed the broadcast, you can still watch the program later as it'll be on YouTube as well, but at least you won't be able to participate in the questioning. Now, also, if you like this video in any way, please hit the like button, because that really helps with that algorithm, they call it, the YouTube algorithm, that helps spread the information to other viewers who are not seeing this video. They'll help present that video to them as well. Anyway, also, subscribe to the channel. Now, if you are a subscriber already, when I do go live, you'll get a notification that I'm going live. Also, I'll send out a message about an hour before I go live, and again, you'll be getting an email from YouTube saying that I'll be going live at a certain time, so you'll be notified. So, but only if you're a subscriber. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Meanwhile, I like my coffee, and if you would like to buy me a coffee, I wouldn't hurt my feelings whatsoever. See the link below to buy me a coffee, and it's only $2. And if you help me support this channel with the information and the expenses that come with doing a live broadcast with the information I have, particularly with the astronomy channel. I do a lot of work with the telescopes, and this stuff does cost a little bit of money. So, if you feel compelled to help out with that, go ahead and buy me a coffee if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to, I love my coffee. See the link below. And if you have any comments, of course, I hope you do have comments as to what time you would like to see this video, live videos on Friday. or any other day of the week that you think you would like to see it rather than just on Fridays. Anyway, the Friday live broadcast, we'll talk about anything from the weather to astronomy to the gardening. So I hope to see you right here on YouTube. And again, thanks for watching, and get the umbrellas ready. Bye.